Everybody filed in?
I've had to say it for a while. Dana, what happened?
Everybody's good, guys?
No, we're not.
Just 1 minute. How
Take
many
your
minutes?
time. Listen. Thank you, Dave. I'm supposed to be in a press conference right now, so I got plenty of time. You guys let me know when you're ready. It's all good.
Is everyone in the back clear?
You good?
Everyone?
Yes, sir.
All
Thank
good?
you.
Yeah, I think so.
Let me just start off by saying I'm not going to tell everybody what went on back here. But, you know, there was multiple crazy, you know, however many years, 22 years, however long I've been doing this, we've never had an incident like today. It just all hell broke loose out here. We did I don't know, I don't even know how, you know, we stopped it, but we didn't do a good job of not letting it happen. I don't know what went on here. It just never happened before, and we'll be ready for it the next time.
So, I mean, it looked like you guys kind of made the decision on the fly, right? Like everything was kind of happening on stage. Like, I guess, so what was the ultimate call to say?
Well, what I didn't want to do is have all these guys come out there together. It would have been bad. The Diaz camp showed up with 57 people. Khamzat's team had 30-something people. And then you had multiple guys going on back here. It was crazy. It was absolutely nuts back here. Did you guys hear it out there?
No, the music was so loud we couldn't hear it.
It was loud back here. I thought everybody could hear it out there anyway. I didn't think it was going to be a shocker when I walked out there, but yeah.
Were there any?
Was
it
right
physical
decision.
at all? Did it get physical?
Very physical. There was lots of stuff going on back here. Yeah. So I made the right decision. Believe me.
Was it just the fighters involved on the card, or was it people in camps and whatnot?
No, multiple fighters involved in this thing, and.
But I mean, were there
the camps
additional
hadn't
fighters
even-
other than the ones that were on the?
No, the camps hadn't even got into it
Oh,
yet.
okay.
Yeah, so, but I could see where this was going. You don't have to be a rocket scientist to figure out where this whole press conference was headed. And there were so many people with all the camps that once this started, it would have been a bad, you know, now I have to start looking at, you know, an event going off on Saturday if this continues. So we had to shut it down.
Is there anything that would involve the commission at this point, or that would endanger the fights at this point?
Is there anything what?
That happened that would involve the commission, or that would endanger them stepping in and canceling
No.
it?
If I went out there and did that press conference, I think there would have been, but no.
Is this, you're going to have to cancel the face-offs at the ceremonials and stuff like that, because we're going to have the same guys coming back, the same teams and everything.
Yeah, but we'll be better prepared for it than we are today. You know, we come here with a skeleton crew for the you know, the press conferences. There's not nearly as many people as there will be for the actual ceremonial weigh-ins. We'll have tons of security, metro. You know, it's a totally different ballgame.
Is it fair to assume?
We weren't expecting this. It's never happened before.
Is it fair to assume that it re-upped, and when Kevin and Daniel were out there, that something began again backstage?
Yeah. There was lots of stuff going on before we went out. Calmed everybody down. Got it to a good spot. Figured 2x2 would work, and we were wrong.
So are any of the fights in jeopardy?
Did the
No.
fights continue
No, all
while
the fights
you were
are
out
good.
there?
Yeah, everybody's good.
Okay.
When the press conference was going on, did any altercations continue in the back while you were out?
Yeah, that was why I stopped it.
So, Dana, I mean, you made the call you had to make, and then you had to hear the crowd boo, right? I know that's a disappointment. I guess, what are the emotions
No,
you're feeling as that
it's not.
happens?
It's not disappointing at all. You know, these press conferences are, you know, something extra that we try to give the fans leading up to the fight and the press. You know, the fight will still go on. Everything will still happen. It is what it is. I get it. You know, they can go to dinner earlier and start drinking earlier. You know.
Does this lead to policy change moving forward and like how events happen?
Yeah. So press conferences will definitely have more security.
What instigated the whole thing, Dana?
What's that?
What instigated the whole thing? What kind of started the whole deal?
There were multiple things going on at the same time. It wasn't just one thing that erupted and it happened. There were multiple things going on back here at the same time. So there was security over there. There was no security over here. There was no security over there because everybody was dealing with the other thing. And then once it all just started erupting, it was a complete shit show.
Can we assume Kevin was involved?
Any fighters get cut or injured in
No.
Out of the six people,
Nobody's hurt.
out of the 6 people, how many were involved? Was like all 6 of them like getting skirmishes? Was it 4 of them? How many?
Yeah,
of them?
4. Yeah, there were 4 involved.
Which two weren't?
Probably the two you asked questions.
I can tell you they were throwing a
Would you
baseball
say
around
this
back
is
there the
good
other
for
two.
business? I mean, given it's a bad thing to happen, but for the show, does it pique interest in the show?
I mean, I don't even think about shit like that. It's like, oh yeah, this is great. No, it's bad. It's all bad. It's bad.
But we see it on Embedded. Like, was embedded backstage with everything?
What did I've been telling you guys for weeks now. I don't tell you guys anything. You'll see nothing. Saturday, the show will go on the way it's supposed to go on.
It'll sell the fight more if we see what
Oh,
went
yeah.
down.
Well, we saw the bus incident later on, right? So I mean,
You saw the what?
when Conor threw a dolly
Yeah.
through a bus, we ended up seeing that on
Yeah,
TV.
so the next fight when I'm promoting, you'll see it.
Ultimately, we're going to find out what happened back here. You won't tell us anything today. I mean, you'll see that these NFT companies that are following these guys around are going to put this out in a couple hours.
I don't know. We'll see.
Dana, any more?
Are you going to fine any of these guys or punish them in any way?
No, guys, this is what we do. It's the business that we're in. This is the fight business. These things happen. What we do is we look at how this happened today. Why were we unprepared for this? Why were we not able to manage this backstage better than we did? And we'll be better next time we do a press conference. This will never happen to us again.
Is it safe to say there's legitimate beef between Khamzat and Nate at this point?
There's legitimate beef with people I didn't even realize had legitimate beefs. Yeah.
Kevin and Khamzat, for
All
example?
hell broke loose back here today. I had no idea.
Was it hard for you to manage the press conference up there, knowing that things were going on backstage?
No, because everybody was on, alert after that. Everybody knew what was going on. So we just didn't have enough people.
And there's a lot. I mean, there are teams of 10 people back here with each fighter. Is that something that would change in the future? Like these guys are rolling deep.
100%.
Dana, more security the next few days.
Yes. Yeah, well, we always do for the events. We just weren't ready for the press conference. You roll in here, maybe a couple guys say, some things, like, we had the time where, a couple guys jump up during the press conference and we handle it, but never has anything broke out like this here today.
A reporter just tweeted it was Khamzat.
Where I was like, it's a bad idea to go out there and it's dangerous. You could put the fight in jeopardy. You got fans out there, you got the press out there, and we don't need that.
A reporter just put out that it was Khamzat and Kevin Holland that started the whole thing, and it was kind of a domino effect from there. Is that the case?
Yeah.
Nate
Do you
felt
think
left
you
out.
guys made a kind of mistake, or was something like a very unique situation today?
Did who make a mistake?
You. Do you think
Well,
you guys made a mistake? Or
I don't know if we made a mistake. It's a big difference between making mistakes and not being fully prepared for something. If we thought the guys, when you know that you have guys that don't like each other, you make sure that they're isolated. You have plenty of security around. You know how Nate and Khamzat are. They could probably have some words, but we had enough people here to deal with it. What we didn't have enough people for was for everybody to start fighting. When everybody starts fighting, and there was more than just fighting going on. There was other stuff going on that security was dealing with, and we weren't prepared.
How'd you score it?
It didn't get that far. There's no scores.
Out of the craziest things that's happened in the company, how would you rate this as craziest thing?
I don't know. There's been a lot of crazy things, but this is the craziest press conference we've ever had. That's for sure.
This is something you'd expect would happen eventually. I mean, like you always say, fighters are fighters and tempers flare.
There's always something, man. Every week something new happens. We're always dealing with something, but yeah, this is a first, and I guarantee you this will be a last.
Is there going to be like any precautionary measures for the early weigh-ins?
Somewhat.
For the early weigh-ins tomorrow as well?
No, we're always prepared for this. We're well staffed when we have the weigh-ins and the night of the event. I mean, look at the Khabib Conor situation. We were ready for that. We knew something was going to happen, and it still slipped by us. Those guys let Khabib jump over the gate and didn't get him in time, and there we were. But this is a crazy business we're in, boys. This stuff happens, and you just got to be ready for it, and you got to deal with it when it does.
I've always wondered this. I mean, these are the toughest guys on the planet. What kind of training do your security people have? Like, what's their
forget
background?
about the security people. That's why you're saying, well, did you have enough people in here? Was Lene going to jump in there? I mean, there's only so many people back here that can handle these type of situations. Tiki, if it wasn't for Tiki, we'd have been in big trouble. Tiki, where you at, Tiki? Yeah. Tiki took a couple for the team, and he's not even on the team.
How did Tiki
Got that UFC win?
Yeah, Tiki took a couple water bottles to the head and a couple slaps, kicks.
Dana, one of
Thanks, Tiki.
I wonder if you can comment on the fact that fans would have been at risk if, you know, the camps started fighting. When you have so many people in the camps.
This was the right move.
Yeah.
As bummed out as everybody is, this is the right move. This needed to be canceled.
Does that mean, do you have to reevaluate how many camp members, you said Diaz had 75 coming in?
That's what he just asked me, yeah.
Yeah.
100%. Yeah, you can't let two teams come in here. Between Diaz's team and Khamzat's team, they had 100 people here.
It's like the Royal Rumble.
That's exactly. You're already off to a really bad start. Anything goes wrong, you've got 100 people that you can't control.
So Dana, it's not Tuesday, but would you say there's some fights to be matched up after today?
Yeah, there's always going to be fights for guys like Kevin and Khamzat. You know. Yeah.
Did you find yourself?
Huh?
Sorry, Dana. Did you find yourself in the middle of everything when it was going on?
Yeah. Yeah, I was just trying to tell everybody what the fuck are you doing? What's going on? Stop. Everybody stop. But they were all so fired up. You know, Kevin and I are actually really close, you know what I mean? And he wasn't having it.
He owes you some extra sneakers now?
Yeah, he probably took his sneakers back.
Yeah. Do you think a situation like that can help to hype the event or even to sell more?
Is what?
Do you think a situation like that can help to promote the fight?
No, that's what Kevin just asked me. No, I don't. Listen, I don't know if it does, but it's not good. I don't like it. It's not. I'd rather have a great press conference out there and hype it up with tons of great sound bites and a stare down. You know what I mean? I mean, just imagine what the Khamzat Diaz stare down would have done. It would have pulled. I don't know what you guys are pulling this week, but we're crushing the numbers this week on this fight. So it would have been big, and now we don't have that.
Dana, is there a reason why you came to the MGM Grand for this?
Yeah, they got a concert tomorrow. Kendrick Lamar's playing tomorrow at T-Mobile, so they're getting set up for Kendrick Lamar. We'll always step aside for Kendrick Lamar.
No, Kevin.
I'm the only one to make sure.
Everybody good?
Good?
Yeah, good.
You're
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Dan.